Alright, so welcome back to my Ayrton Senna driver career mode on F124. Now, it's round number 12. It is none other than Azerbaijan. I believe this is the first time that I'm driving at this track on this entire game. In any YouTube video, for me in general, so I have no idea if it's going to go extremely well, extremely bad, just sort of average. Who knows? The current standings look like this. I lead the drivers by 32 points. Of course, Max Verstappen, fair and square, outraced me last time out in Monza, so he gained quite a few points back. And in the constructors, we lead by 36. The gap would be bigger, but as you can see, Lando Norris he's dropping another stinky season just like his first one. So without further ado, let's get into qualifying, and I believe it's a sprint weekend as well, so yay. Okie dokie, so here we are in qualifying. It turns out that Baku isn't a sprint weekend. I don't know why I thought I did. There definitely was a sprint weekend at this track at some point. Wasn't there one in 2022 and 2023 when Perez won? I don't know, but yeah, we're in qualifying now. Let's skip forward until about 10 minutes remaining and see what kind of lap times the rest of the field are cooking. So we currently have Leclerc as fastest with a 36.5. I have no idea if that's really quick or not because, like I said, I've never driven around here on this game. And then 0.3 of a second back is going to be Max Verstappen. Lance Stroll, P3. As we know, Aston Martin now technically have the fastest car on the grid. But still, Stroll ahead of Alonso in a place like this, shocking. Sergio Perez down in P5. You'd think he's sort of like the street track master, you'd think he'd be a bit more up there. And Lando Norris, 0.7 of a second back in P7. So let's just aim for Lando's time, a 1 minute 37.2, and let's do this thing. As always, if you're enjoying my Ayrton Senna driver career mode series, if you could please leave a like on the video, because I'm telling you to. I'm not asking, I'm telling. Do it now. Now, I think I am quite scared. I think I am. Like I said, not been round here before. I shouldn't be too bad, because obviously, it isn't like the track has changed since F123. It's just the cars are very different, so I might struggle for the first lap. But honestly, first couple of corners, pretty good. And I think what my strategy is going to be is just save about 70% overtake for the main straight and sort of go from there. But so far, this lap doesn't feel too bad. Of course, we're not even past the first sector yet. You know, car is a little bit oversteery, but it's okay. And we are going to be 2 tenths up on Hulkenberg through Sector 1. That doesn't really mean anything, because our car is so far ahead of the Hasses. Now, through the scariest part of the track, the castle section, where we had the famous I am stupid, navigated that quite nicely. You can see the oversteer, but I am dealing with it quite well. I still have a stupid amount of overtake left as well. I am going to be absolutely flying down this back straight. This corner can be a little bit tricky. You want to avoid that inside curve because you will go flying straight into a wall. Sector 2 coming up, and I am now going to be 6.5 tenths up on Hulkenberg again. Doesn't mean anything, but at least I'm up by a considerable margin. And now I can unleash the speed of power as I clot the wall a little bit. Just ignore that. Now let's see what kind of speed I can get up to. Come on then. 327, 28, 29, 330. Come on! Give me more! 340! My goodness, across the... Oh. Nelly. That is a lot poorer than I thought, to be honest. What was Leclerc's time? A 36.3, wasn't it? Or a 36.7? I don't remember. But at the moment, I am P12 with a 37.4. Oh, sheesh, that isn't ideal. So looking at the times, I am currently 2 tenths off my teammate Lando Norris. So Sector 1 is pretty good. Sector 3 is surprisingly lacking by a considerable margin, as you can see, about 3 tenths slower than any other driver, which is a bit confusing since I unleashed all of my ERS down that back straight. So it's literally just Sector 3 where I'm struggling. Okay, that's a little bit interesting. I was not expecting that. If I expected a sector to be slowing, it would have been 2, but it's 3. Okay, sure. So, same Sector 1, same Sector 2, but improve in Sector 3 is my target. And here we go then, my final run. I do have this Williams behind me who is actually going to catch up and pass. but hopefully they should move out the way as they cross the line. There it is. Okay, here we go. Final run, lock it in. Sector 1, I have managed to find 0.3 of a second. This lap is really good so far. It's the clutch factor coming through again. Now, of course, every other driver on the grid also has the ability to improve by half a second. But there is still more lap to go. Into what is basically the final corner. Little bit of oversteer, but I've had a really nice exit. And now I can get a monster slipstream down the main straight. And I've still got a decent amount of overtake left. Not as much as I did on my first run, but still a decent amount. And look at this. Give me the slipstream! Yes! I'm actually not losing time. And here we go then across the line. 6.5 of a second found. What's it gonna be? Okay. Right. Oh, mixed emotions. That is what that is. Oh. I don't know how to feel. Okay. Right. That is concerning. There are two things at this current image that are really, really concerning to me. Number one is I have just gone and found 6.5 of a second. And yes, I did find 6 positions. Went from P12 to P6, so that's pretty good. But what is troubling me is I'm 8.5 away from Leclerc. But look at that lap, by the way. Almost half a second quicker than any other driver is absurd in a car that is only 3rd or 4th quickest. That's just the Leclerc difference right there. And the other thing that is extremely concerning is this. Lando Norris in P15. Wow. Well, at least I beat my teammate by half a second. But, you know, being 0.4 off your title rival and at a track like this isn't really what you want. But you know what? I'm going to stay optimistic. I believe I can gain positions in the race. And let's see what I can do. And, oh my. That is quite literally the opposite thing that I wanted to see. It is pouring down at a street circuit. Oh, this is about to be the most chaotic race known to mankind, isn't it? Well, I'd say, you know, the rain, there's a 50-50 chance that it can actually help me or be bad. No engine penalties are being taken, so I am starting P6, and that's not what I meant to do. Okay, I guess we're starting the race. Brilliant. Azerbaijan Grand Prix, here we go. That hasn't worked at all. And I've had an awful start as well, lots of oversteer. Now I am going to try and play it safe into turn 1. I'm not going to take any unnecessary risks. I am just going to try and survive. It's not drive to survive. Well, actually, technically it is. I'm driving to survive. I do not want to get clotted into a wall here on lap 1. Cool, what an absolute mess of things that was. We have the 2 Aston Martins fighting up ahead. They're going wheel to wheel. Maybe I can find a gap and get past one of them. Maybe Alonso down the inside. No, he's going to try and get past Stroll. I have Sainz right behind me as well. And as you can see, beyond Alonso, the top 3 are already building a gap out in front. And we are only 1 sector into this race. Oh, this is going to be scary. Now, of course, one thing that you're sort of supposed to do in the wet is increase your downforce levels. Because there's no DRS and defending is way easier. So, because I accidentally pressed the X button, I haven't been able to do that. So, I have no idea how that's going to impact me. Hopefully not too bad. But the Astons are already starting to get away from me. And yeah, I don't have any confidence, to be honest. I am, like, bricking it, to be honest. That's what's happening here. Can I even do these corners flat out? Oh, I've done one. Okay, you can, but it's a bit scary. In fact, it's very scary. Now, I have managed to stick within a second of Stroll. Of course, it doesn't matter, because there is no DRS in the rain. But my straight line speed, at least, looks extremely good. So if I can just get within maybe half a second going into the main straight, I might be able to overtake. I also do believe that Max Verstappen is leading this race, so it's currently all sort of falling apart, to be honest. That's what's happening. Alright, let's see if I can get close enough to go for a move on Lance Stroll. I do seem to have some very good straight line speed. and it's going to be very, very close. I'm using the entirety of my overtake tank. I'm definitely close enough to go for it. I'm going to try and outbrake Stroll into turn 1. I have made it. I've not hit the wall. And I think, yes, what a move. I did not think I'd be able to get that place. You know, trying to outbrake someone at a street circuit in the wet is no easy task, but you do have to take into consideration that it is Lance Stroll, so, you know, it was slightly easier than, say, if it was, like, Fernando Alonso, or Sainz, or basically anyone else. I think the track is starting to dry up a little bit because, well, not only has my pace improved by quite a bit, but so has everyone else's. Max Verstappen just set the fastest lap about 30 seconds ago, and I'm starting to improve in loads of sectors. So, track drying, will it dry enough for slicks? I have no idea. Verstappen sets yet another fastest lap. I am improving now by quite a bit, but I am starting to make a couple of little very tiny mistakes, losing me about 4/10 a lap. So if I can just cut those out and actually drive properly, not like someone who's down 3 bottles of vodka, I'm actually probably, you know, faster than Alonso and maybe even faster than Checo. Oh, we have a yellow flag somewhere. Leclerc! That's not Leclerc, that's Checo! Oh, I just looked so... I saw red and instantly thought it was a Ferrari. Okay. Checo Perez has lost it at the final corner. Wow. Okay, so that's Checo relegated to God knows where. I don't even know where he is at this point. And that also helps out Verstappen and Charlie a lot because they have now extended their gap over Alonso because Alonso had to stop, which meant I had to stop, and obviously the rest of the field. And, you know, Alonso is fast. Of course he is. It's Fernando Alonso in the wet. He is at home. But I am sticking with him, and I am starting to catch him a little bit. Right, I've got nearly a full tank of ERS. I think it's time we go after Alonso. The track is drying quite quickly now. I've got a stupid amount more grip. Another fastest lap of Verstappen, a 51.2. Here comes Ayrton Senna, though. Fastest lap round the outside of Fernando Alonso. Oh, what a move that is. That was special. Okay. Wow, this is unexpected so far, to be honest. I didn't think I'd have the pace to get ahead of Alonso. And I'm now in P3. Great. This race has turned out 50 times better than I could have ever imagined so far. I thought I'd be, you know, stuck amongst Lance Stroll and Sainz in P6, P7, you know, spinning a lot, crashing a lot, but no. Here I am, I'm in P3, and I have not used a single flashback so far, which, you know, in the wet at a street track for someone like me is a truly one-of-a-kind special achievement. My castle section seems to be really, really strong as well compared to like everyone around me, especially Alonso. I mean, the main reason I started to catch him and eventually got close enough to pass is because of how fast I was through that castle section. I don't know why, I just am. I don't think there's any science behind it. I think I am just faster. I think the sun is just starting to seep through the clouds a little bit because it is drying extremely quickly now. And my pace has been very, very nice. As you can see, another fastest lap for Fat Krim. Alonso is doing very well to stick by me, though. But I definitely think we are going to see slick tyres in this race. I don't know how long until we see that, but I do think we're going to see that. And, oh, okay. We have a red flag in this race. Very interesting. That's one way to swazz it up a little bit. I believe there was a bit of a cloggage going on at turn 3. It looks like a lot of cars are stopped. Now, yes, we will. I was going to say, will we be going to the slick tyres for the remainder of the race? And it looks like we are going on to the medium tyre until the end. So that is going to be, what, 7 laps on the medium tyres? Yeah. I almost think you can get away with soft. Does it say the tyre wear? No, it doesn't. Huh. So, the medium tyre is basically saying that we're going to be lapping quite, for the first couple of laps, a 147, but then by the end we're doing 48.5s. Whereas the soft tyre says we're going to start at 46.5s and then we're going to end up at 49.5s. Okay, you know what? I'm going to trust the game and go for the medium tyres. Right, so here we go then. Now, there is a bug in this game where, for some reason, every time you start a session or there's a red flag, there is a chance that my wheel just won't work. There is a very realistic chance that it is going to happen now. It happened in my Has to Glory series at Silverstone. I'm just praying that it doesn't happen because it means that I'm going to have to use a flashback on the start of a race to get it fixed, and that isn't really what you want to do. So, pray to whoever, don't give me the bug. Yes, we're good. Okay, race start number 2. I'm now in P3, and we are away, and that is a good start. Minimal wheel spin. I am lying. Lots of wheel spin. Into turn 1, wheel to wheel with Leclerc around the outside. Stick it in there. Grip is going to be quite low, because this is, of course, now on the slicks. Going round turn 2, wheel to wheel. You really don't want to do that. Bit of oversteer. Get the overtake down, and yes! I've managed to get up to P2. What a driver. I think Leclerc's going to go down the inside, though, and he isn't all. Oh, he's actually sticking to it as well, so I need to give him space, get around the outside, properly push him off. Whoa! 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 Okay, medium tyres, can we relax a little bit? That oversteer is crazy. So Max Verstappen already has a 2-second lead. He had the perfect getaway, but I am now up to P2. But these tyres... Oh, that was so scary. They need to warm up a little bit, I'd say. I think that's a fair, what's the word? I think that's a fair analytical approach, from Fat Crim, that these tyres need to, get used to the surface a bit more. DRS will be enabled next lap, but it doesn't matter because Leclerc he's gone, basically. Now I am going to fight back. I'm now going to move to the inside. Leclerc might just have the straight line speed on me, though, and... Whoa! He can't just drive into me! He's driving into me. Stop driving into me. Okay, managed to get back past, but... I'm almost hoping that the rain returns, to be honest, because now defending is not only going to be extremely difficult, but it seems like everyone else around me is just way faster. Here comes Leclerc once again. I'm going to go in sort of the middle. He's going to go down the inside. Do I need to give him room? No, because he doesn't go for it. Verstappen's gone. Like, there is no catching that bloke. He is gaining half a second a sector. And then, ironically, it gives me a task to overtake him before lap 17. It ain't happening, blood. I'm sorry to inform you. It's just not going to happen. Alright, this ain't looking too good. Leclerc, once again, before the DRS is even opened, he is gone. I can try use some overtake, but I would like to save some. And I'm going to stick in Leclerc's slipstream as well, that I might be able to go around the outside into turn 1. Proper late on the brakes. Oh, just managed to get by. And we are going to go wheel to wheel to turn 2, which you just don't want to do around here. It's not the place to go wheel to wheel, and I've somehow managed it on the exit. Now I've got the DRS, and I'm gone. Bye-bye, Charlie. But now I need to be careful of Lord Stroll? What is Lord Stroll doing here? This can't be happening, surely. Okay, yeah, go wheel to wheel. Stay fighting so I can clear off a little bit. It does seem my medium tyres have finally decided to wake up and act like medium tyres, which means I now have a loss of pace. But it doesn't help when I keep going wide at every single corner. Swing up through the castle section, no questions asked. Get in there. That's what you got to do. On the exit, lovely stuff. Look at that. Managed to gain quite a lot of time through there. 1.4 seconds up. I might actually escape Leclerc's DRS for a lap, which would be a lovely, refreshing period of time. Alright, 3 laps remaining in this race. Just holding on to this P2, although Leclerc is now within a second of me. And all this... this is so stressful. This has been by far the hardest race that I've had to do for a YouTube video on this game so far. I mean, it's already hard enough, having to go through a wet race at a street track. But, to then go for a red flag and then having to, drive at the absolute best to keep Leclerc behind. Whew, but I'm managing it. We'll get there. Oh, we have a yellow flag somewhere behind. I believe someone has lost it. Going into the castle section it is. It's going to be... I genuinely can't tell. There's too many multicoloured dots there. You'll probably see it in a second. If they are going to DNF, you'll see it at the top, obviously. And it is actually going to be Sergio Tequila Perez exiting this race. And now we have Charlie making his way. DRS enabled. This is not looking too good for Fat Krim. Is he going to... There he goes. I was going to say, is he going to try and go past or what? Here we go. Down the inside. I am going to fight it. Oh, that's going to be close with oversteer. And Leclerc has just got ahead. I'm not going to be stupid and send it down the inside there. That'd be a little too outrageous. But now, of course, I have DRS on the return straight. And there is a world where I actually want to stay behind Leclerc and try and stick with him throughout this lap. Because then I can use the DRS down the main straight on the final lap. And that should hopefully confirm me the second place. But, you know, staying behind Leclerc within a second is going to be tough. Alright, and here we go then, into the final lap, and I don't know what to do. I could probably get Leclerc into turn 1, but I don't know if I should, because I don't know if I... Why do I not have DRS? Oh, I do. Wow, they changed that by a lot, but here we go then. I think I'm going to go for it. Round the outside into turn 1, brake, in, exit, lovely. So now I'm past Leclerc. I do have a plan for this, but it might not work, and there's a very good chance it won't work. My concern is that down the main straight on the final run, Leclerc will get past me. He's actually going to try and go... Oh. Well, that's convenient, actually. You know what? Have it, mate. There you go. Never mind. Okay, my plan was to just save ERS and just hope that it can give me enough speed, but Leclerc might have just lost himself this P2. So far he has anyway, unless I massively cock this up. Because now I can just go down the main straight and use DRS and get ahead of him. Surely? Oh, I don't know. Alright, come on, I need to give it absolutely everything now. And look at that! Leclerc has a blinking red light! That means he's got no ERS left. And here we go then. Wait, did I just give him DRS? Oh my goodness, I gave him DRS. Wait, this isn't over yet. Avoid the slipstream. I think I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. Let's get in there. Let's get in there. That is what I have to say. Let's get in there. Whew. Wow. That was a great race, really, wasn't it? That was brilliant. My goodness, I'm going to need at least a 2-week vacation after that one. My goodness. Now, yeah, that was a great race, but you do have to remember Verstappen won, so... You know, I am going to still lose points in the Drivers' Championship, but rather than losing, well, well, actually, no, I would have lost 10, I now only lose 8. Yippee! And here's your final finishing order. Oh, I'm very pleased with that. I feel like I say it every episode of anything now, but that was one of my best drives, personally. That was fantastic. Yeah. I thought I lost it at the end there. I thought Leclerc was going to get the DRS and dive past me, but he ran out of DRS at the end there. What an absolute idiot. And to be honest, I had to concentrate so hard during that race, you know, trying to drive through the wet at Baku, that my commentary was absolutely egregious, so I do apologise for that, but... I need a breather. Lando Norris gains 4 places, but still finishes outside of the points. Luckily, though, Sergio Perez did indeed DNF from the race, and of course he spun earlier on, which definitely helps, which means the standings now look like this. Verstappen is now only 25 points behind. Oh, that's quite scary. I believe there is only 4 races left, and I think there's 2 sprints left, and he's only 25 points back. And in the Constructors, we should gain in that. We have... Wait, no, I'm stupid. Don't mind, ignore me. So, we go from a 36-point lead down to a 29-point lead. And, yeah, both teams, McLaren and Red Bull, both drivers, me and Verstappen, it's still all to play for. Like I said, 4 rounds left. And I do have a feeling this is going to go down to Abu Dhabi. But anyway, that's going to be all from me today. Once again, I apologise for the absolute crap commentary. I just had to focus so hard on driving. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you lot next time. Adios, amigos.